At Culver University in Virginia, U.S. Army General Thaddeus "Thunderbolt" Ross revives an ambitious and dangerous project, one rooted in the classified shadows of World War II. He enlists Dr. Bruce Banner, a brilliant scientist and the romantic partner of Ross' daughter Betty, to help develop a serum that could make the human body immune to gamma radiation. But their real goal? To recreate the legendary Super Soldier program, the same one that once gave rise to Captain America. But science, when meddled with recklessly, strikes back. During an experimental test, an accident exposes Bruce to massive amounts of gamma radiation. Instead of killing him, it transforms him into something else, something uncontrollable. A towering green force of fury. The Hulk. When his heart rate rises or emotions run high, Banner involuntarily becomes the Hulk, a living weapon of mass destruction. The first transformation is catastrophic. The Hulk destroys the lab, injuring Betty, General Ross, and other personnel. Realizing the danger he now poses, Bruce vanishes, becoming a fugitive from the very government that created him. 5 years pass. Now hiding in the slums of Rio de Janeiro, Banner works at a bottling factory, living a life of anonymity. He hasn't transformed in over 5 months, thanks to yoga, breathing control, and sheer discipline. All the while, he searches for a cure, an antidote to the monster inside him, communicating secretly with a mysterious online contact known only as Mr. Blue. But one small mistake changes everything. A drop of Banner's blood slips into a soda bottle. That bottle finds its way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where an elderly man drinks it and suffers gamma sickness. The government traces the source back to Rio. General Ross seizes the opportunity and sends in a black OPS team, led by the elite British soldier Emil Blonsky, to apprehend Banner. But when the team closes in, Banner transforms again, and the Hulk explodes out of hiding. The creature demolishes the military squad with ease. Blonsky, stunned but still breathing, becomes obsessed with the Hulk's power. Back at the Pentagon, Ross reveals the truth to Blonsky about the Hulk's origin. Thirsty for strength and driven by envy, Blonsky volunteers to be injected with a variant of the original Super Soldier serum. He begins to exhibit superhuman agility and strength, but at a cost. The serum starts affecting his mind. Meanwhile, Banner returns to Culver University and reconnects with Betty, who's moved on and begun seeing another scientist, Dr. Leonard Samson. But old flames reignite quickly, and when Ross' forces come for Banner once more, the Hulk is unleashed again. Blonsky, now enhanced, confronts him, but the Hulk is too strong. Blonsky is smashed into the ground with bone-shattering force. Miraculously, the serum in his body allows him to survive and regenerate. Bruce and Betty flee, becoming fugitives together. They seek out Mr. Blue, who turns out to be Dr. Samuel Stearns, a cellular biologist in New York City. Stearns has been experimenting with samples of Banner's blood and has not only developed a potential antidote, but also synthesized a large supply of Hulk-infused genetic material. He sees unlimited potential in this blood, healing, strength, immortality. But Bruce knows the truth, this power is too dangerous. He insists on destroying the samples. Before they can act, Ross and Blonsky's men raid the lab. Banner is captured, and Betty is restrained. But Blonsky stays behind with sinister intentions. Hungry for more power, he demands that Stearns inject him with Banner's blood. The result? A horrific mutation. Blonsky transforms into the Abomination, a monstrous creature stronger than the Hulk, driven by rage and madness. In the chaos, some of Banner's blood falls into an open wound on Stearns' head. His body starts to mutate too, hinting at another transformation to come. Meanwhile, the Abomination tears through Harlem, leaving a trail of destruction. With no other choice, Ross reluctantly agrees to let Bruce attempt to stop the creature. From a helicopter above the city, Bruce jumps, uncertain if he'll survive, or even transform in time. He crashes into the street, and the Hulk emerges. A brutal battle erupts. Harlem becomes a war zone. The Hulk eventually overpowers the Abomination and nearly kills him, strangling him with a massive chain, but Betty's voice pulls him back from the edge. He releases his grip and lets Ross' men take the Abomination into custody. Then, without a word, he vanishes once more into the shadows. 1 month later, Banner is seen living in Bella Coola, British Columbia, far from the chaos, deep in the wilderness. But he's no longer running. Instead, he's learning control. In a quiet cabin, his eyes flash green, not from fear, but with purpose. He's finally gaining some mastery over the beast within. In the film's final scene, we return to Ross, alone in a bar, frustrated by his failures. That's when Tony Stark walks in. Confident, charismatic, and full of secrets. "We are putting a team together," he says. The Hulk story, it seems, is just the beginning. With this, the incredible movie comes to an end. To enjoy more such amazing films or to learn about their stories, stay tuned to Anik Alvin Movie Summary channel. Subscribe and stay with us. Wishing you all the best, I take your leave now, inviting you to join us again in the next video.